And welcome all to our weekly podcast, Terry Currans football podcast with the Isle of Hillsborough. Mr. Terry Currans, steady away, son. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Had a decent week. Decent week. It's piddling down here in Birmingham, although it's just stopped. Look as though we're trying to get some cricket on at the Edgbaston with the new not the new 100, but a few years old now, the 100 cricket tournament. Were you into cricket, T?
No.
No.
Never been into cricket. I played for Lord Tavern.
Yeah, okay.
At Trent Bridge. Bowled a ball, and I remember the ball knocking a couple of teeth, the battery knocking a couple of teeth out. Is it Dennis Amiss? I'm sure it was Dennis Amiss.
Yeah, Dennis Amiss. Yeah, I saw him in Waitrose probably about 2 months ago. Yeah, Dennis, he was doing his shopping.
Right. So, and we've missed the rain here today for a change, so it's not been a bad day.
So, who knocked out Dennis Amiss's teeth?
I'm going back now, what 75, 76, Lord Taverners.
Yeah.
You have to have a bowl. I think you have 2 overs each or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember what batter.
Yeah.
It might have been Dennis Amiss what batted it. Or batting, I'm not quite sure, but I remember Dennis Amiss either was the batter what knocked one of the fielders' teeth out, or vice versa. Not quite sure.
If I do see him, I'll ask him that about a tough situation, as Glenn Arnold would say, with the Lord Taverners, and Brian Clough was playing in that game. What was Cloughie like as a cricketer?
Oh, he loved cricket. He's a big friend of Jeff Boycott's.
Okay.
And he's from where I'm from.
Yes, he is, yeah.
And I used to think to myself, how does he know where I've been when I went home at weekend? Now, Jeff didn't live round here because he'd moved off, I think, towards Barnsley way somewhere, out in countryside.
Yeah.
But his 2 brothers still live round here. So he must have spoke to them at some point, and because Clough used to get some information about me, but I didn't even know about me.
Cloughie would get information on everybody, wouldn't he? Cloughie done his own work. Unlike the managers of today, they seem to purchase players from video clips and little bits and pieces of reels on Facebook these days.
Well, I disagree with you there. And the reason why I disagree with you, they tell what to do and how to do it. There's a few and far between. Cloughie was one of them. What wouldn't put up with it. Guardiola, and I think Klopp was the other.
Yeah.
What don't put up with it. And the rest of them, they're getting paid fortunes. Shut up, get on with it.
Yeah. And they do.
I mean, the players, half of these players what are brought to these clubs are not.
Yeah.
Those managers don't want to, because straight away they don't even play half of them anyway.
Absolutely. And it's all the analytic people as well these days that scour the world with all their facts and figures and all their information, and then buy in these players as a recruitment team for the clubs. I was just looking on Sky Sports News of all the transfers. There has been quite a few, and my team in particular, Birmingham City, have brought quite a few through the door. Doncaster have done a little bit of business, your first club. Let's get on to the magic moments, TC. What's your magic moment this week?
My magic moment is the goal, KMB. Is that how you pronounce his name for Watford?
Okay.
Against Millwall. He scored straight from the corner.
Oh, yes, I did see that, yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did actually, yeah.
So that's my magic moment. But again, we've set off early doors, but even without the Premier League, we've seen some unbelievable great goals.
Absolutely. How difficult is it to score from a corner? Because you didn't really see that many, but Dougie Luiz, I think, for the Villa, scored a couple, maybe 3 in one season. I think, in fact, I was down at Villa Park the one day when he scored one of his goals from a corner kick.
I try not to look at it from our perspective, in a sense that there were goals scored from corners.
Yeah.
But the balls are a lot lighter, Gabby.
Yeah, they are.
They're a lot lighter. The ball moves like I don't know what.
Yeah.
But this is another thing. If the quality of the ball goes in, if you put the right quality of the ball into the areas, it's always going to cause a problem. I guarantee you, I know players what would try to score from a corner, and the manager used to go ballistic. Now, because the player has the power, the manager's not going to get onto them, and so they're allowed to express themselves with certain things, especially foreign players, whereas the English player is still a little bit more reluctant because he's the one what gets all the stick from it for it.
My magic moments, TC. A particular magic moment was young Dylan Mitchell's debut for Swindon. Swindon, as you know, is managed by Mark Kennedy, and my mate Marcus Bigness is his assistant. Dylan used to be at Aston Villa. I think he was the under-16s captain. In fact, I know he was. And Tom, my stepson, used to do some one-on-one training with Dylan in the close season for him just to keep that sharpness up. But he has been transferred now to Swindon and made his debut in the League Cup. They got beat. Trying to think who they were playing now. They got beat 4-2. But when an escapes you, it'll come back to me. But they were 2-0 down and then got it back to 2-2 and then got beat 4-2. But Dylan Mitchell did come on and make his Swindon Town debut. So well done, young Dylan. Can you remember your first game?
Crawley, I think it was.
Crawley. The second goal from Crawley was
2-0 down.
worldy. Yeah.
They same in Jocks League. They were what was it? Wakefield 2-0 up against Dronfield, and they beat Dronfield at the weekend.
Yeah.
Gone back to 2-2, and they made it 4-2. I know it's a different league, but you set me off with that. And what first come into my head? Well, Wakefield, and I'm thinking, what am I thinking Wakefield for?
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. It was Crawley, and as I say, the Crawley the second goal was one hell of a strike from well outside the box. But as I say, great to see young Dylan making his league debut. Your league debut, your mate knackered your car up, didn't he, when he come to see you?
Gillingham. Against Gillingham, we got beat 5-1.
Yeah.
Morris 1100, I think it was.
And it failed to put the oil in there.
He drove down without any oil in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought it on the Thursday. I hadn't passed my test, and I drove it I drove it to my dad's house on the Thursday.
Yeah.
I bought it on the Thursday, drove it home. And then my debut on the Saturday at Gillingham. Gary Oakley, my friend, as a kid, asked to borrow it, drove it down, seized the engine up. I think I only gave about 500 quid for it back then, so...
And that was a Saturday game, wasn't it? It was a league game. It wasn't a League Cup game. It was a league game.
No, league game, yeah.
So that wasn't one of your better Saturdays, was it? You made your debut, which was great. You got absolutely spanked, and then your mate blew your car up. You've had better Saturdays. But how did you feel making your Football League debut? What was you, 18 at the time, T?
When I tell you this, Gabby, I came off of street football.
Yeah.
I was supposed to sign for Halifax, and I finished up going to signing for Doncaster. I played on the Wednesday against Chris Guthrie for Sunderland Reserves.
Yeah.
And they signed me. Morris had to sign me after that game. He played in the final against Leeds United in '73.
I remember that.
And within a couple of months, I'm in first team at Doncaster.
Yeah.
So I hadn't gone through the apprenticeship of it. I went straight into first team. I was training, obviously, back in those days. You did train with the first team players. So, but I've never felt. I've seen it with all other players, stacks and stacks of other players. The nerves, but I never had any nerves.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was thinking about my bets playing at horses, but the game itself.
What was that first touch like? Can you remember your first touch? Because that must be, as a young kid. I know that you've never feared T, but you've got your shirt, you've got your start, you're playing in your debut. You must have been thinking like, what was going through your head? Is my first touch going to be a good one? What was there anything going through your head?
Me and my brother David, we practiced against each other and other lads.
Yeah.
But we practiced. I'm going to give you the best advice for anybody who listens to this. I will give you the best advice you will ever get in your life. Forget Guardiola, forget Messi, forget Maradona, forget them all. This is the best advice you're going to get. As a kid, bang the ball against it, find the wall, bang the ball against it, because the ball's coming back from all different angles.
Yeah.
And that will give you improve your touch so much that it will be unbelievable. And your touch gives you time and space. If your touch is brilliant, it will give you time and space. Now, can I remember my first touch going back then? No. In the game? No, I can't. But I would imagine it would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's not being big-headed, because I'm not a big-headed kid.
No,
I just know I got a great first touch.
Yeah. First touches, Louis Barry, one of my magic moments. What a first touch with Louis Barry. And his second was even better because he put the ball in the back of Cambridge.
That's why I try not to pick any of yours, because obviously I see you post them up. I still can't post anything in groups. So I don't know what you did for me to get barred off of this for so long. It's unreal.
I ain't done nothing. I don't know what Facebook does at times, but it does seem to ban certain people.
But Gabby, I've not been banned.
Oh, okay.
I'm not banned off of Facebook. I'm just banned in groups.
Yeah, but what can you not post in groups?
No.
Yeah. Well, what I'll
Why
do.
do you think I haven't posted anything in groups?
Well, what I'll do when I see your post, I'll put it on to Terry Currans Football Podcast group. But yeah, Louis'
This
first
has gone
touch.
on now for about 2 months.
I know, it's crazy.
Or 3 months or something like that.
Absolutely ridiculous. And he's on loan at Stockport County, Louis Barry from Aston Villa. Great first touch, second touch, back of the net, fabulous. Great awareness, great vision, and a great player, one for the future. Louis Barry. Also another great first touch. Jack Marriott, Wrexham versus Wickham. I mean, what a worldie. Pulls it down, then outside of his right boot, wallop, back of the net. And my third one, a game that you were going to go to see, Jordan Gibson for Doncaster Rovers.
That was a great result do you know something?
Yeah.
I signed for Doncaster, £20 a week. They sold me for £75,000. I think they paid me about £1,300 in the season and a bit I was there. And that was the first time they'd invited me back to a game.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I know, and sadly,
but Janet
you
weren't feeling particularly well. She's not been particularly well this week, so I finished up not going to the game. But I'm going to go. I think it's the Morecambe one I'm going to go down to, as long as she, But I found it incredible. It's gone so long that they've never invited me back to a game. I mean, all others invite me back. Doncaster's the only club that never invited me back.
It is mad, isn't it?
Weird that.
How far is Doncaster's ground from your house?
15 mile, maybe 18 mile.
So would that be the closest club that you used?
Barnsley's the closest.
But the closest club that you used to play for to your house, would be Doncaster. Got ya. How far is Sheffield Wednesday from your house? Approximately miles.
About 30 mile, 33 mile.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And what a game fantastic Wednesday were on Sunday. I did post that up.
Fantastic Sunday and brilliant again last night. I watched both the games on TV, so
things are looking good. Danny Rolls really
Gabby,
turned it around, hasn't he?
You don't have to spend fortune.
No, you don't. We've always said
all
that.
Majority of these players have come in on a free transfer.
Absolutely.
If you've got a philosophy that suits the players, not bringing in players and playing a philosophy that's not going to suit them, you've got a chance. The other way, you've got no chance. Right? And he's one of these managers that looks at it, I guarantee you this, that they want to play for him.
Yeah.
And that is a big thing, a very, very important position to be in by having the players on your side.
And the record, again, when he comes in, I mean, he was working with Hansi Flick, wasn't he, in the German national team?
But he tried to sign
at the
him
last
before.
World Cup. Yeah.
Did he try to sign him, or he turned him? Something happened, didn't there, with him?
I'm not sure.
Yes, but I'll guarantee he either wanted him and then it didn't come off, and then he finished up getting him.
But I mean, a tremendous coup for Sheffield Wednesday. Being in that managerial situation there at the World Cup, he's come in there and he's absolutely done. I mean, Wednesday were in the bottom three.
And I'm one of these. Look, you can see he's always been a great player, Barry Bannon.
Yeah.
and I hope he don't take this the wrong way. But I think when you get to a certain age, and I get the bit with the experience, I do get that with the
Yeah.
experience. But last night,
Yeah.
he was knocking the ball around as though it was a strolling park for him.
Yeah.
It was just outstanding.
Mm.
See, I'm a big believer once you get to 31, 32, that I know your legs go.
Yes.
The legs go. Regardless what anybody tells me, I do know they go.
But Wednesday
Your brain is still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your football brain will always be there. And your touch, he's always had a great touch, so that's always going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he looked absolutely terrific in the 2 games he's played in.
But they do look as though they've got some legs around him as well, which does help, doesn't it? And you're right. I mean, on the ball, Barry Bannon, what a cultured football player. Great left peg he's got.
See, he's one of those players what can put 3 or 4 players out of the game.
Yeah.
With the right pass.
Killer pass.
Whether it's on the floor or over the top.
Mm.
More so when it's on the floor, because obviously it's going between players.
Yes.
Where at least people, if it's over the top, people are chasing back, aren't they?
Mm.
It kills it. That one pass between the lines can kill 3 or 4 players in one split second.
Absolutely. I didn't see who Sheffield Wednesday have got in the next round of the League Cup. My team, Birmingham City, have drawn Fulham. Did you notice who you've got in the next round, too?
Gabby, now you've thrown me. Yes, yeah. I did. I watched it, and my brain's gone.
I fell asleep watching the draw. I wanted to watch the draw. I fell asleep, but I did go on social media, and I thought, blimey, we've got Fulham. That looks as though Birmingham City are out. However, lots of teams like Fulham, in fact, the Albion, when they played at Fleetwood, played their under-23s team. Absolute disgrace. They keep doing this in the Caraboa Cup, and I think that something needs to be done. They don't play too many games of football in this country.
Is that what he played, the under-23s team?
Pretty much, yeah. Albion pretty much played the under-23s team.
Gabby, listen, if I were Birmingham, I wouldn't be happy with you because you sent me a message on Saturday night.
No, Brummagem didn't. Birmingham played a strong team at Charlton.
No, I'm talking about when
the Albion.
Got beat on Saturday. Or drew Reading.
I thought we were awful.
You said, did you see that team? We were rubbish.
We were terrible.
And I'm laughing to myself. It's only one game, Gabby.
No, I know that, but I watched that game.
Like that Preston board.
No,
just sacked him.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? No, in fact, Paul Devlin had put a post up, and I says to Dev, it horrors me to watch our midfield. I always judge a team on the midfield, and I thought our midfield were awful. The fact that we just couldn't string a pass together, and we kept trying to whack it long, and the ball kept going out of play, and I thought, this is like watching paint dry. It's absolutely awful. It was a little bit better.
That's why I didn't reply.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good at all. In fact, Reading played some half-decent football from what I saw. Didn't see the first half.
Do you know what pleased me more over this 2-day period of football?
Go on.
Rooney.
Yes.
Getting the result last night.
Absolutely.
I want an English coach to be successful. I think he's got the everything what's gone wrong for him has gone wrong.
Yep.
Right, but he got his first result last night. It's still a brave move by him to go
100%
to Plymouth, because he's only dealt with top players all his life, barring he's come into management. Now he's got to deal with players what hasn't got the ability that he had, but he's got to try to get them to perform and win football matches.
Yeah.
And he's going to take a lot of criticism because of who he is and for what he is. So, but I was pleased for him that he got his first result last night.
Absolutely. It was against Cheltenham, wasn't it? They knocked him out of the cup 3-0. So well done to Wayne Rooney. I know that at Birmingham City, there was a lot of social media laughter. Although you couldn't hear the laughter, of course. It was only words, but there was a load of laughing emojis when Rooney's Plymouth really got put to the sword against Wednesday on Sunday.
Well, we all saw those emojis what they put on after the Wednesday game. I mean, I had to laugh, and I'm pleased because it's Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't want it to be successful against Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I didn't. They looked poor, but at the same time, Wednesday looked brilliant.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And Wednesday followed it up with a great result on Tuesday night against Hull.
Absolutely. But you're right, T. It's great to see Rooney cutting his teeth and getting his first win. That's very important. So well done, Wayne.
I look at him that he's brave enough to go to a team like Plymouth.
Absolutely. And the thing is with Wayne, he don't need the money. I mean, he's one of our most decorated football players. He does it because he genuinely loves the game of football and thinks that he can make a mark in management, and that's, fair play and good luck and all the very best. I know it didn't go down very well at Birmingham City, but most managers come to Birmingham and fail. It just goes with the territory. We've had an unbelievable amount of unsuccessful managers since 1875. But again, yeah, well done, Wayne, and let's hope that he can bring the good times to Home Park at Plymouth Argyle.
If he shows some sign of getting a decent team together with playing some really good football,
Yeah,
he'll get on to the next step
of course
again of being where he's going to be invited to a bigger club.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
And I want to see it. No, but I don't want to just see it with Wayne. I just want to see it with any English coach.
Yes, same here. I want to, when I watch a game of football, I want
things outside the box.
Yeah.
And gonna take your chance.
Absolutely. That's why when I watch any game of football, I want to see players succeed. I want to be entertained when I'm watching. So, I want them all to win. I mean, they can't all win, but you know me, I've got absolutely no bias at all. Whatever team I watch, I turn the telly on to be entertained, because football is an art form and it's entertainment. I don't want to be bored. If you want to bore the arse off me, I'll turn over. End of story. Not a problem there. And I think that whatever league that you play in, you should go and try and win a game of football. That's my big gripe about teams that get promoted to the Premier League and just put every man behind the ball and try and go to, particularly the big teams, and go for a 0-0 draw. That just isn't football. I'd dock 'em points personally. Leagues, the Premier League is starting the weekend. What's your take?
Is it this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend, which starts Friday night with tomorrow night, Man United and Fulham. But what's your take? Who do you think will win it? Who'll be in the top four for you?
I hate to say, I cannot personally look any further than Manchester City.
No, neither can I.
I really can. I look what Chelsea's done. They bought the face. This fair play thing, it baffles me because again they bought about 6, 7, 8 players.
I know, it's incredible how many.
And then loan them back out again.
They must have 50 odd players there,
right?
Chelsea.
And then you look at the pre-season. I know the pre-season doesn't mean too much either way.
Yeah.
But in the pre-season they look shocking.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal will give them the best run. It all depends on whether Guardiola concentrates a bit more on Champions League this year. But he's not that type of person, is he?
No, I think he concentrates on whatever game is next.
But
and he tries to win.
I'm going to make this statement. Watch this space, because I told you about it last year about Guardiola.
Mm-hmm.
Does England keep Carsley in charge until Guardiola this season?
Maybe, yeah.
And then he becomes England manager. But going back to the Premier League, I'm going to put Guardiola, Man City, Arsenal. And again, Liverpool look good in pre-season, but you can't go on that, so we'll have to wait and see.
Who do you think will come third? What's your brain telling you?
Well, I'm not sure about Tottenham. I like the manager, but I think he's starting to get frustrated there now, isn't he? He's starting to say things which Conte did. I mean, Conte is a bit, outspoken.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Man United.
Really? So you're going to
go... Don't forget, Gabby.
Yeah.
Don't forget. The first 6-10 games are very important to him.
100%.
More so than anybody else.
Yeah.
Because they were on verge of sacking him. I think the FA Cup's kept him in his job.
Yeah, definitely.
And if they lose the first 3 games, then he's gone. That gives them time to get an elite manager in.
But
it still gives them time.
But if he wins the first 10 games on the spin,
well, that's you
statue outside Old Trafford, isn't that?
He's not going to sack him then, Gabby,
No,
is
not
he?
at all. No, no.
You know, what I'm trying to say is,
Mm,
if he loses his first 3 games,
yeah.
right, and they sack him, it still gives Man United plenty of time to get the elite manager what can or should be able to turn it around.
So
Now, if he wins his first 10 games,
are you saying you're putting Man United third, but with another manager, not Ten Hag?
no, I'm putting Man United third,
Yeah.
knowing that
Hmm.
he's either turned them round and he's got the confidence of the players this season.
Got you. Yep.
But if he hasn't,
Yep.
I still
Somebody
think that
else will.
whoever comes in,
Yep.
I think the next manager will be an elite manager.
Because they have got a good squad of players, and it is Manchester United.
I've got a funny feeling Zidane will be next manager to Man United, unless he sets off like an house on fire.
Yeah. Watch this space. So who's got the fourth place for the Champions League then, too?
Man United. So I've gone.
Oh, you've gone United fourth. I
Man
thought you went
City,
them three.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United.
I got you. I'm with you. So you're going for Liverpool. Yeah, I think you may well be right. West Ham look as though they've spent some decent dollar this close season. I can't see them getting into the top four, but I think that they could be the surprise package that Villa was last season. Will Villa get in the top four? They've got the Champions League, so they're going to be playing a lot more games. Who knows? Newcastle again, another team that were there or thereabouts. Hopefully they won't have as many injuries as they did last season. So I think there's a number of teams that are vying for that fourth place, because I, like you, think Arsenal, Man City, I can't see anybody getting above Man City. I think if you do, you win it. I can see Arsenal running them close. Liverpool, I think they'll still be very, very competitive. They've got some great players. And that fourth is up for anybody. In the Championship,
when you take Newcastle,
yep.
and I think the Newcastle will be all our favourite second team to win it because of the support they have.
Yeah.
They came in and everybody expected they were going to spend millions like Manchester City did.
Yeah, absolutely.
But last season there was talk about them keep selling the top players.
I know, it's crazy. I
that's
again,
why
I don't get it.
That's why I can't put them in the running for the champions. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I just cannot see it.
And I think Tottenham, again, there or thereabouts. And I don't know, you don't know what to expect from Chelsea. It's going to be literally famine or feast, isn't it? You know,
Well, he's going to play football like Manchester City did.
I like Neto.
His problem is like the previous manager from Brighton. What was it, Potter?
Yeah, Potter.
Can he handle the big name players?
Absolutely, 100%. And if he can, he has got a good group of players to pick 11 from. And there is speculation and talk that Victor Osimhen's going to join them from Napoli, with Lukaku going the other way. So I wouldn't rule out Chelsea in that top four as well, if the manager, as you say, can organise them, can motivate them, and can get them players believing in him, because that's going to be the acid test.
I was looking forward to watching Chelsea in pre-season, and they've looked a shambles.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Honestly, I was looking forward to it because I was looking forward to him being what he did at Leicester.
Yep.
Going over to Chelsea and playing a style of football.
Yep.
What will suit the players?
Absolutely, and I think.
But again, have they brought him in for them to run it? You know, behind the scenes, because it battles. Chelsea does battle you, but it manages they've had.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. It is a basket case, but they're the one team, as you're looking forward to in pre-season, I'm looking forward to actually watching Chelsea in the first maybe 6 weeks, just to see what Chelsea team are going to turn up and what 11 players he's going to pick. I think with all the others, we kind of know what to expect from all the other teams. But with Chelsea, which I just ain't got a clue. But they have got some great players.
They have, but like I just said to you, who runs it? Does the manager, coach, whatever you want to call them these days?
We're soon going to find out, T, within the first 5 or 6 weeks, what Chelsea team are going to turn up. Will the real Chelsea please stand up? It's going to be...
And to listen to the rest of this podcast, head on over to www.patreon.com/SRB Media. Thank you.